Okay, so I don't think I've vlogged anything today. My camera's gonna slowly go down, like you just seen. So today I just got off of work. I switched clothes in the car as I always do. So now that's why I'm in Tiny Box 10. That sounded wrong, no. But the client I have today, they're very nice. They're 95 and they act like they're 60, okay? Healthy, completely healthy, can walk around. Has some health, like mental health issues, like remembering and stuff, but when you're 95, I mean, who can remember anything, honestly? But their shift is from 12 to 6, right? 12 noon to 6 p.m. Okay, so, but I've worked there twice now. The first day, I worked 2 hours. I worked from 12 to 2. So noon to 2, and at like 1:30, when I get introduced to a new client, the manager of my company comes and talks to me and them and introduces me to them and tells me their story and tells me what I need to do there, right? Okay, so I went there. The manager and everything was there. Everybody left at 1:30 because they had the manager and then they had company coming over before that. So the company was there while the manager was there. Well, everybody left at 1:30, and after everybody left, he looked at me and he's like, "We're gonna go do our taxes." And I said, "What?" And he said, "We're gonna go do our taxes. So you need to go home because you can't be into our house when we're not here, and you, like, you know, we're leaving, so you need to go." So I left and went home. And then today, the second day I've worked with these guys, I got there at noon when I was supposed to. It is now 4:50. So I get there, everything's doing good. I swept the floor. I did all the dishes like 6 times because they have, like, when I get there, their sink is full of dishes. And then like as they eat, they get more dishes, right? So I was cleaning them after they ate. So I did dishes and I swept. Lady said the bathroom was clean, whatever. So as I was cleaning, company came over and sat there for like 2.5, 3 hours, just straight talking to them. Fine, whatever. That's what you need to do with your family and friends. Discuss things with your friends. Have company. I'm just here to help you. I will go sit in the corner if you need me to, you know? And I think that's why they didn't want me there. Because I'm being paid hourly, right? And so I get paid $11.50. I actually am getting a raise. I was supposed to get a raise June 1st, but I won't figure out. I don't know how much that raise is. Fine, whatever. So right now I'm making $11.50. Okay, as a healthcare agent, healthcare helper, health aid. There's a name for it, but I can't remember what it is. And the client pays the company, which the company pays me, right? It's usually how it works. So the client pays the company $20.50 an hour. Turn around, then the company pays me $11.50 an hour. So it was a $9 difference an hour. So I understand why clients don't want you to just sit there and not do anything, which I understand, because I'm being paid just to sit there. I'm being paid to sit there and watch TV. That's what I do with my other clients. I literally have all clients that, like, really don't need anything. I just sit there. Well, except before, I used to have clients that didn't need anything. Like, I used to have this client, his name was, I was there for 13.5 hours all day. I was supposed to be there at 7 a.m. and I didn't leave until 9. Or I was supposed to be there at 7:30 and I left at 9 p.m. So 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, that's 13 hours. Is that 13 hours? that's 13 hours. Anyways, for the 13 hours, all I did was sit and watch World War II documentaries. It was literally straight all I did. All I did was watch World War II documentaries for 13 and a half hours. And then we, like, mixed some movies in there as well, but it was, like, 75% World War II movies. So, a lot of my clients, I've been paid to literally just sit there. Occasionally, I have to wipe it up. I'll have to wipe a butt, or occasionally, I have to give someone a shower. But 95% of the time, I'm just sitting there talking to them or watching TV as they watch TV, right? So, like, I understand that you don't want to pay $20.50 an hour because I'm just sitting here watching TV, but I don't know. Like, the client I have now, her name is, she's 95 and she can do anything, everything perfectly fine. She has a little bit of memory issues, but who fucking doesn't when they're 95 years old? Honestly. But, like, I swept and I did the dishes and shit like that, and then I was just sitting there after I made them, like, I made them food, and then I was just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? So I was sitting in the chair as they were eating, giving them their personal space, blah, 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 whatever. And then company came over, so they were sitting there talking to there. So I was basically getting paid just sitting there doing nothing. And I think that's why he keeps requesting that I leave, but I don't know what else to do, because I literally swept the floor, because she told me to sweep the floor, so I swept the floor. I did all the dishes that she put in the dishwasher, in the sink, and all the dishes they ate off of at that point. She told me the bathroom was clean. I went downstairs and did laundry, and that takes forever. So what am I supposed to do to make me look busy? You know what I'm saying? So I understand why he wants us to leave, but the whole point that the daughter wants us there is because they're not eating very well. They're losing weight, and they need to gain weight because they're so old. And when you're older, usually you see fat old people. Usually means they're healthy-ish. There's like a point between fat and obese for old people. But if you see skinny old people, they're usually not healthy. Usually. Like 8 out of 10, they're usually not healthy. So, you know, you get worried. They need to eat. They need to eat more. And when you get older, your appetite goes away because your taste buds, they don't taste, nothing tastes the same anymore. So, eating cheese sticks to me as a 24-year-old is different to a 60-year-old because their taste buds are like, they don't taste the same anymore. They don't, like, taste kind of like die down and go bland after a while, right? So, I think that's why most older people eat sweets, because it's literally like the only thing that they can eat anymore that they can actually taste. So, how many times have I said so this time? So I think that's why older people stop eating so much, because, like, everything tastes nasty. And why would you want to eat, or not nasty, but just bland? Why would you want to eat at all if everything just tastes bland and everything tastes the same? So I wouldn't want to eat. So, you know, or they're not eating so much. So the daughter's like, okay, well, the things you got to do is clean up the house, which I did as much as I could, and you got to make sure they eat. So I'm like, okay. So in the 6 hours that I'm there, I'm supposed to get them breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Eat at 12, eat at 4, get dinner ready for later so they can eat it when they're hungry, right? So, but the in-betweens is what's upsetting them, right? So, fuck. Jesus. I keep saying so. So they, like, aren't eating as much, and that's my job to eat there. But in between, I'm just sitting there as they're, like, living their life. But I'm just sitting there doing nothing, getting paid. And I think that's why he keeps kicking me out. not kicking me out. He is requesting that I leave. Not meanly, because I'm coming back the next day. Like I told him, he's like, when do you come back? And I'm like, tomorrow. And he's like, okay, what time? And I'm like, noon. I'll be here at noon. So, and then he's like telling me, he's like, oh, I gotta go do my taxes. I almost guarantee you he did not leave his house to go do taxes. Like today. He's like, oh, I'm gonna take her up to the beach so she can put her feet in the water. I guarantee you he ain't taking his wife to the beach to go put her feet in the water. He just wants me to leave, and he knows that I can't be there when he's not there. So he keeps making up these excuses that he's leaving, but in reality, if I sat back there and watched, he ain't leaving. There's no way in hell he's leaving. He's not going anywhere. Why would he go anywhere? He just wants me out, and that's an excuse. So I called the office that I work at, and I'm like, hey, blah, blah, blah is happening. And they're like, well, we'll have to talk about it. We'll have to talk about it with the daughter. But, like, how can you make a plan? Because we can't go, leave, go, leave, go, leave. Like, it has to be 3 hours at one time for them to work. So, how are we going to schedule this to the point where I can feed them lunch or